Boy, they got on that elevator, they was just too through. And you know, I could feel it. So you know how I am, you know, I figured me being who I am, might as well dig the knife in a little bit further, you know, since you don't like Tiger, you know. So I just waited till it just filled up with white folk. Soon as the door shut, I just said, Tiger Wood! Tiger Wood! Tiger, Tiger, Tiger! Tiger Wood! Tiger, Tiger Woods! Tiger Woods up in here! I tapped the white man on the shoulder and said, I am Tiger Woods.
I got women in the burbs, women in the hood. Yeah, my wifey mad cause she know I'm no good. Man, I'm just a dog, I'd be faithful if I could. But I'm Tiger Woods, yeah, I'm Tiger Woods. Go get him, Tiger, get him, Tiger. That's me. Go get him, get him, Tiger. That's me. Get him, Tiger, get him, Tiger. Go get him, get him, Tiger.
I will need these
cause I know I got a problem.
That's
Every
Dwight.
bad bitch I come across, I think I want to.
Listen, like, share, tell your friends. Please do something out there for us. Dwight.
Please do something.
A lot of big things to talk about this weekend.
Oh yeah?
Tiger.
Who?
The GOAT. Alright, so Tiger. Notre Dame. Quickly. NFL.
Sounds like a lot.
A little bit of basketball.
I was waiting for the a lot. You said there's a lot, and
All right.
you're hesitating on like two things. So where's the a lot?
The biggest news of the week. Tomorrow, my son will be born.
It's beautiful.
Super excited about this. So we're stoked. Definitely everything I have done over the last couple weeks has just been like, I've been distracted and like I'm definitely gonna try to keep my head in the game here, but it's we have a big exciting moment coming here and maybe not be at my sharpest level today.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
We'll try. Dwight,
Yep.
how was your weekend?
It's cool. It's great. Got to see
We-
Kevin Hart. It was great. Absolutely hilarious. I recommend seeing that man in
Yes,
person.
I would like to see him. We talked
So
about
much
it.
better in person.
Yeah, I mean, I love seeing him, but yeah, I've seen a couple of good like live comedy shows, and you're right. Comedy is what much more appreciated there. It's like the hockey of entertainment. I think if you go to a hockey game, everyone's like, man, hockey's so awesome. But like if you watch it on TV, sometimes people don't really like it at all. Some people are like, I don't really can't follow it. Or baseball, they do that as well. Where I think comedy, people will watch like a comedy show on Netflix or something, and they'll be like, it was alright. But like in person, they would laugh 10 times more. It's just it's the environment. It's way better. You gotta go. I've never been to a big one like that, but I've been to a couple small things.
I was at his What Now show. I think that was funnier. This one was funny, but I think the What Now one was definitely funnier.
So nothing against him. He needs to take some time off to like start writing
Man.
some jokes. He just
This
goes
man.
on tour after tour after tour after tour. It's just,
Really.
it's
This
hard to
man
be as
literally
funny as you were
goes-
the first time if you keep doing that.
This man literally goes year after year after year, and then at the end of this show, he literally said he'll be back next year, which tells me he's going to do another show. I'm just like, my man, can you just take like
Yeah.
2-3 years? and
Jay-Z
just, like,
retired
chill?
for 4 years. You know he had so many bars waiting for that time frame. So just do the same thing.
Yeah,
Just
just chill and relax.
sit yourself back. Yeah.
You need
'Cause
to- you
you're-
need to
if you're
tour
still
up
funny year after year after year after year, like Jay-Z was good at year after year after year after year after year, after a while your greatest stuff will come if you just wait and accumulate it.
Yeah, just chill. That's kind of the vibes I was getting out of that whole show. It was just, I was just like, it's funny, and I laugh. And I was just like, man, but
But the
probably
steam's
so
starting to
much
get a
better.
little, yeah. If he just waits
If
a
he
little
just
bit,
chill
and
for
then
a
he
year.
has like,
Just more shit to talk about.
cause like exactly.
Because
Yeah.
his whole shit's about like his family and his experiences and shit. Like that's all he talks about.
It
Like,
didn't really
his
change.
kids and
You're
shit.
still rich.
Right.
Just the Eagles won the Super Bowl in the meantime. Like that's really the only difference in his life, right? Like
He didn't mention that garbage. So.
Right.
Nah, but it's still funny. I'll probably still go on that show.
Work. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Did you enjoy watching football this weekend?
Yeah. Other than my team sucking ass, but yeah.
We'll get to that. That was probably frustrating. Well, we had a long conversation, not a long conversation, but a long conversation for show prep, long conversation of how we were going to start the show today. And for some reason, we decided we're going to go with the Cleveland Browns.
Sounds like a mistake.
It was suggested by my girlfriend. So,
Thanks.
The Baker effect. Thursday night. Did you watch?
No, fuck
I
no.
figured not.
Why would I?
Jets versus Browns. It was the highest watched Thursday night game
I have a life.
on the NFL Network
I have a
ever.
life.
Is that crazy?
Jets, Browns.
I'm being at that, like the ratings were, it was the highest NFL Network, because like exclusive. You know how they only do that a couple times a year? The highest ever. Now, I always say that's just year after year after year. You assume that they're going to break their own record because everyone, like the NFL's getting more popular by the day.
I thought nobody was watching anymore, and we were all boycotting.
Yeah, just like Nike stocks going down.
I was just curious.
It's the same concept.
Huh.
It's actually going up.
Alright.
Like the viewership is actually going up, and because they're figuring out how to do the live streams, they're figuring out a little better, not well, but they're a little better, and that's actually why we're getting the actual numbers here.
No, I didn't watch that garbage. I'm sure you did.
Till halftime, and I knew Baker was going to come back out at halftime, but I had to work the next day. I was tired, so I actually turned it off.
That's why I didn't even turn on top of that.
I did watch the replay of it though on
That's even more ridiculous.
Saturday. No, I watched the second half replay. I wanted to see what Baker looked like. I wanted to see if he was as good as the media sounded. I thought he was pretty good. I think he was accurate. He did that first half. Where he got in there for the last drive. He did energize the crowd. Look, I mean,
that's what's up.
Congratulations to them. Though that's a big deal, right? Like that's first win in 600 some days. Like come on, man.
Doesn't faze me.
Because you don't have to wait 600. You just won 14 days ago, or what? 8 days ago. Not even 8 days ago, right? 9 days ago, something like that.
So stop supporting garbage, and you won't have to worry about it.
Well, do you think?
Problem solved.
Well, you didn't watch it, so you're not really gonna have much of an
I have
idea.
nothing to say about this game because I care so little about the Jets. I care so much even less about the Browns. Like it's such a non-story, and everybody was losing their mind about Baker Mayfield, and I'm just like,
I do think that
sit all of your asses down and relax.
I do think
It's not that big a deal.
we'll get into the other rookie quarterbacks that started to play this weekend as well, because all the rookie quarterbacks are now on the field.
Sure. Okay.
I do think that the way he energized the rest of the team, they came back and won. And the way, look, it's Baker Mayfield in college. The only thing he's not the best athlete on the football field, but he just got it done. Like I don't know how to explain it. You know how everyone says Tebow, you know, the argument for Tebow is he won. I guess the same thing with Baker Mayfield is he's better than Tebow and he wins. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. I mean, look, the Cleveland Browns need something. That's their first home win in 600 and some days. It's the first win in general, I guess, in 600 and some days. But point being is, I do think in the future this is going to be good for the Browns. I think Baker Mayfield might be. No? I told you before the season I was a Baker Mayfield fan.
Man.
I don't know if the season. I'm not saying they win 8 games this season. I'm saying I'm saying next year, the year after. I think. Look, I said it.
He could be gone next year.
I don't think he's going to be.
I don't just go off of history for 5 seconds.
I hear you, but I said before. I think that Baker Mayfield should. I think he was the best quarterback coming out. So I think the Browns made the right decision.
Thought Johnny was too. So what?
All right.
Just saying, like, can we, like, history says he's not going to be there in 2 years, literally, so everybody just relax and pipe down, and in 2 years when we're having a conversation about how he's not even there, because historically, for the past 20 years, what has been the thing? Just that. It doesn't work. And we get this hype shit, and it'll happen for a couple weeks, and then it goes away.
The one thing I will say
I'm not saying I hope this kid fails, but come on now.
to get off.
I refuse to jump on this train. That's
To get
just
off
stupid to me.
Baker Mayfield, their defense actually did have a pretty good game overall. They had 2 really bad drives in the late first quarter, early second quarter, but outside of those 2 drives, they did have a pretty good game. That guy that even myself, when I said that they took Denzel Ward, the safety out of Ohio State, 5th, and I said it was a mistake. Look, my man has 3 picks already. He leads their team in tackles. Like he's all over the field. I was wrong. I can admit that. 3 games in, I do think he's a stud. So if they can build both ways, that you have Baker, you have the 5th pick, maybe. And their defenses last year was not. They were like the 17th. You know, they weren't horrible. They weren't great, but they weren't horrible. And if they can look like they did the first 3 games of the season, they're 1-1-1. I mean,
Peyton Hillis says hello. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Remember that great running back, the future?
I was not a fan of
cover
no,
Madden.
I never believed in Peyton Hillis. Though.
Everybody else
I was not on that train. I know,
did.
I remember, but I was not on the Peyton Hillis train.
You won out of everybody.
You
because
weren't.
everybody
I know
was
you
on it.
weren't. I know you weren't.
I know you were. I'm not.
I didn't even
browsing
have that
anything.
Madden. Did you?
I played it, but no, it was garbage.
Right. I didn't have it.
He disappeared right after that, immediately. So let's just relax. Good for them, they won, but
So, going to Sunday, let's talk about some 1 o'clock games here. Oakland and Miami. The thing I want to talk about with that is, after 3 games, the $100 million coach is mathematically as bad as he can be.
Correct.
It was a close game. They have lost 2 close games.
He's not a man.
Close doesn't mean anything, I understand. I mean...
He's 0-3.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about, well, look at the record of the teams they played. Okay, so.
It's not good.
No, it's actually pretty good.
No, they are, but I'm saying 0-3, it's not good. Like, it's
No,
not
he's
good
not.
how it...
No, it's not looking good. He's supposed to be the next Messiah after Chip Kelly, so I'm still waiting on that genius.
Right. Is it, I mean, that's...
I mean,
see,
it's
here's
more looking more and more like nostalgia.
And the thing I will always bring up with Chip Kelly is that man still won. Like, that was the difference between what's going on here. He won 19 games in 2 years. He only coached 2 years in the NFL. That's a lot of wins in 2 years. Marvin Lewis hasn't won 19 games. All right, anyways.
I'm not going to just, let you list all of the accolades of Chip bum-ass Kelly. Where's he at right now?
0-3 at UCLA,
okay.
getting smoked
Alrighty.
himself out there.
Alrighty then.
So,
Okay.
we both, and I was kind of early on the train of, I don't know about this Gruden thing, the way he was going about business, and here they are. I'm not saying they can't turn around, and I'm not saying John Gruden can't get them in, but he's going to have to obviously kind of rein something in here and take a different approach. Because right now, the way things are going, it's going to be a long 10 years for Oakland and then Las Vegas.
Well, they have no talent, so they can start with getting some talent out there.
You still don't like Derek Carr?
No, what for? He liked them too, and how's that working? How's that 0-3 record working?
Yeah.
John Gruden said that's franchise
He
quarterback.
said he was the best quarterback he's ever coached.
No, that's...
He coached Randall Cunningham.
He coached Rich Gannon.
He coached Randall Cunningham, and he said that Derek Carr is the
Brad
best.
Johnson, so...
He coached Randall Cunningham.
As the head coach? He's probably talking about as head coach.
I hope so.
He obviously was talking about his head coach. So like Brad Johnson,
Whew. Who was the, was it Derek? No, who was it? Who was the
Rich Gannon,
King? You remember King, the black quarterback for
Marquette King.
No.
that's-
That's the punter he cut. Who was the black quarterback for the King? I forget his name.
Martin,
No.
you get it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I forget. He played for the Bucks. I think he was under Gruden.
Kerry Collins?
No. So,
I'm just trying to think of people he might have coached.
the flip side of this, because you brought up records,
Mm,
how about Miami? 3-0?
that's what's up.
Interesting 3-0. That first game against the Titans, remember we talked about how weird, that was just a weird situation, but either way, they got the win.
Sure.
Who'd
Anybody really believe it though?
they beat week 2? Right. Oh, they beat the Jets. But it was in New York. Alright, so I hear you on that, and then they beat Oakland.
Alrighty. Again, does anybody actually believe this Miami team?
They blew the Jets out.
Damn. That's a feat.
Do you know who they play this week?
Yeah, the Patriots.
Woo!
You know where the first L is coming from?
Can't wait to talk about it.
New England.
I guess we'll move on to another 1 o'clock game. Tennessee taking on Jacksonville. That was a defensive coordinator
that was a
dream.
Abysmal. Garbage.
Blake Bortles.
Trash.
Mariota can't feel 2 fingers, so I'm not saying like okay.
Derrick Henry. Trash.
My issue isn't with Mariota. My issue is how could you not be bothered to go get another quarterback when your other quarterback, like your starting quarterback can't feel 2 fingers. So why'd you make him your backup quarterback? If you're not going to start the best quarterback,
because he can't feel his fingers.
Why are you dressing him as your backup quarterback?
And then he then goes into said game because the actual starter got hurt.
I thought you were trying to make him not play.
So why didn't he just start?
Why didn't you go out and get a different quarterback for a week or two? You have practice squad quarterbacks. Make them your backup. Who cares if you have to play with Nate Sudfeld or whoever the Eagles would have had to play with? It would have been Nate Sudfeld. If Nick Foles got hurt, the Eagles weren't like, well, Carson might be ready with his ACL, so we're just going to make him our backup while Nick Foles goes out there. You know what I mean? No, they had Nick Sudfeld out there as the backup while Carson Wentz was hurt.
Because you know why?
Because Carson Wentz was hurt.
Right, but Marcus Mariota without 2 fingers is still better than Colin Kaepernick. That's why. Obviously. Minus 2 fingers.
Yo, you know who 100% healthy isn't as good as Colin Kaepernick? Blaine Gabbert, who they were originally going to start. Do you agree? I honestly think at 100% Blaine Gabbert is not as good as Colin Kaepernick. So there's that.
Tennessee's garbage. Blake Bortles is ass.
So what are they? They're 1-2. Oh no, they're 2-1. They beat Jacksonville, by the way.
That's the biggest.
Forgot they won 9-6, right? 9-6.
Yeah.
2-1, back-to-back W's.
Biggest fraudulent record in the NFL.
We're talking shit, and Mike Vrabel's
they're
out here like,
trash.
look at my record. Are they? You know who's trash? Oakland.
You know who's trash? Jacksonville.
You think their defense is not trash? But all right,
Blake Bortles is garbage.
he reverted back to the Blake
I was
Bortles.
gonna say, are we regretting that yet? Or I'm still waiting for them to admit that we fucked up. We shouldn't have gave this man his contract. Because did he not look good this week? Okay, then what
That
happened
last
next
7
week
games,
against
he looked
Tennessee?
good. Oof. Yeah, it was rough.
Really? You can't put up 7 at home. Weren't they at home?
Jacksonville.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Why were they wearing the white jerseys? By the way, the color scheme of so Jacksonville's blue is very close to the new Titans blue.
I hate Tennessee's New Jerseys.
But instead of Jacksonville wearing like their their gold pants or their black pants, they decided to wear their close to pretty aqua or blue ones, and it looked like a scrimmage between two teams because it just looked like the tops were blue for one team and the bottoms were white, and then the other team had white tops and blue bottoms in different helmets. That was the only difference as well, I guess. But it almost looked high schoolish. And then the play looked high schoolish too from the quarterbacks. But I'm not against Mariota because he can't feel 2 fingers. This is not that man's fault.
Terrible.
Speaking of terrible, Denver did everything they could have to win a game, and then they didn't. They had Baltimore dead in the waters, and then Baltimore was like, nah, psych, peekaboo. It's a tale of 2 halves, or whatever that cliche is.
Yeah.
Were they like 17-3?
Something like that.
Yeah, in the first,
early
second quarter.
On the road.
Or 17-7.
On the road.
Yeah. On a 1 o'clock game. They were defying odds, but they lost. So Denver's now what? 1-2.
Yeah.
Baltimore's 2-1. Playing Pittsburgh. We'll talk about that. That's gonna be an interesting game.
There's so many teams I'm just not trusting.
This is why we were gonna break down every game because I'm really enjoying the parody that is going on in the NFL. I love it.
He loves.
I love it, man. But because what other sport has this?
What, a lot of garbage?
You think it's all garbage? I think it's just a bunch of really good.
When you see is Tennessee Jacksonville parody,
I'll
or
give
is
you
it
that
garbage?
one game. That was garbage. But Baltimore,
the Jets
Denver,
Browns, is that garbage?
I thought it was a good game.
Or are they not 2 garbage teams?
They're not gonna win 8 games.
Okay. So Baltimore Denver is not one of those teams at least garbage?
They could potentially. I don't think Denver is good, but I think they could potentially win 8 to 10 games. I don't think they will.
Winning 8 to 10 is not
I don't
garbage.
think they will. 10 games is good. Good. 8's mediocre.
Okay.
10 gets you playoffs.
That's still pretty shitty.
10 gets you playoffs.
I thought it was championship or bust.
It is championship or bust, but you gotta get in the playoffs to get in the championship, right?
Sounds like a lot of trash to me.
Baltimore played a wild card and then 2 road games and won the Super Bowl 5-6 years ago.
Okay.
Green Bay.
Trash.
Their offensive line.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could draft somebody in the first round and your offensive line get worse.
I don't know how this man Aaron Rodgers has been there for how many years now, and he still has not one single other piece around him.
He got
still.
the biggest contract in NFL history because he's like, yo, y'all ain't paying anybody else, so I might as well just take it.
They're literally not giving him anything. On either side of the ball. Who else is on that team?
Clay Matthews.
Who?
I don't think he's any good anymore either.
Well, at this point, yeah, right. Clinton Dix.
I think he's good, but
Yeah.
that's it. You got one guy. No, okay, but all right. So yeah, you're right because he's a good safety.
He's alright.
He's a good safety.
Clay Matthews, I feel like he's kind of going down.
No, I'm not playing Matthews.
Especially because he can't sack nobody anymore.
Right.
So.
Well, we'll get into that.
Alright, so what else? Nothing.
Geronimo.
Man.
You know what I mean though?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, he's screwed.
Yo, Montgomery, number 88, is the running back for the third straight year. You still got a wide receiver out there.
I don't know why. Why is A-Rod tolerating this shit? Is my question. Because it's only been getting worse.
Give him my money, I guess.
And
so
he's only getting older. Like, am I making
I
some
know a
help?
Packers fan. He always says you got to fire Mike McCarthy. He's not a McCarthy fan anymore. He thinks that a lot of this is him. He thinks that the defense is garbage. What defense is garbage. The scheme's garbage. It seems like as
You
well.
got rid of Jordy Nelson today. McCarthy get rid of Jordy Nelson?
Him
How's
or
that
the-
working out for
Him or
him?
the GM, but yeah,
Jordy Nelson just put up 100 and some
Yeah,
points.
he looked
100
good.
some yards, I should say.
he looked good.
Yeah, right. So
That's the only thing in Oakland that's doing well.
for 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So was that Mike McCarthy? I don't know.
Washington 2-1.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I say don't sleep on Adrian Peterson. He had he had another solid week.
Yeah, he had a great week.
If
Alex
Washington,
Smith.
I'm telling you, if Washington keeps it together, when they're good, they can probably knock out almost anybody.
They could be a wild card team for sure.
Yeah, definitely. They could definitely knock somebody off.
The way they're playing, yeah. I mean, I know
When they're
it's just
good, yeah.
Arizona, who's not all that great, but yeah.
I'm telling you, Alex Smith, solid. Adrian Peterson, when he's
Right, we
when
both
he's
like
good,
Alex Smith.
Solid.
Yeah, I'm not an Adrian Peterson fan, but the way he played 2 of the 3 weeks and then their 2 wins, I mean, 120 plus yards in both games, 2 touchdowns and one of them touchdown in the other one. So he has been, the old Adrian Peterson in their wins, and if they can continue to get that.
Right.
But again, the Arizona front 7 and the Green Bay front 7 aren't that good. So
Right.
teams like, I don't know, Eagles, I guess, Rams, the top defensive lines, it's going to be hard for them to move the ball.
Sure.
We will see if Adrian Peterson, if he can be that guy in those games, yeah. I mean, with Alex Smith, who we both agree is, he'll get you 8 wins on any team probably, so why not? Cincinnati, Carolina, Cam Newton,
Makes your mouth watery now.
4 touchdowns.
Ooh. Okay. It's the only quarterback in history to ever do that.
No, but let's go. 4 touchdowns? That's a big day.
I expect you to do that from now on. Anytime anybody has 4 touchdowns, I expect you to be this excited.
2
to put up
rushing
4.
and 2 passing?
Man, I'm telling you.
Woo! Out here. 300 plus again?
I'm glad this man's writing you a check. Can he write me a check? That yogurt pays, bro.
They dropped him.
Because he sucks.
No, because they thought he was being mean to a girl. When he wasn't.
Anyway,
But, Cincinnati.
wait till we talk about Patrick Mahomes. He's really going to lose it.
Oh,
At that
yeah.
point.
That is.
At that point. Ooh, shit.
Whoa.
Oh, shit. Talk about somebody that's actually putting
Patrick
on some shit.
Hall of Fame, maybe,
I
right?
got it, yeah.
Cincinnati's defense, not all that great, so
Never.
we'll see if Cam can continue to do that. But
Can't do it against Atlanta.
Atlanta's defense wasn't all that good, and Cam he 300 plus yards, 3 touchdowns.
Did they win?
Nope. Well, they went 28-21 this week, right, against Cincinnati. Cincinnati, I think they were up 21-7, if I'm not mistaken, too.
I don't know.
They looked really good at home on Thursday night, but again, that's that Thursday night trick, you know what I mean? Where sometimes it just, I don't know why, but that home team has such an advantage, it looks like, because a 1 week later they look like that. What are they? 1-2?
Something like that.
Oh no, they're 2-1. They beat the Colts. So they're actually above the Steelers and the Browns, and they're tied with the Ravens, but they have the tiebreaker on the Ravens right now. So technically, the Cincinnati Bengals are leading the AFC North.
This is why after 3 weeks you don't judge.
It is early.
It's so early. We haven't even hit the 4-week mark, which is usually like the first. Okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
People are losing their minds over Baker, over all this shit. Over Fitzpatrick, over the Jets after 1 week, after what else has people been losing their minds about? I don't even know. Overreactions. Relax. 3 weeks in, we're good. Chill.
So by the numbers, no quarterback has ever had a better first 3 weeks of the season than Patrick Mahomes.
Good for him.
I do think there's a lot of I joked about the Patrick Mahomes Hall of Fame, but I do think there is a lot of people who are taking some drastic steps because of how good he looked.
It's worse than Andrew Luck then.
I told you before the season, I am a very big fan of him. I think he's going to be good. And I thought of that from Andrew Luck. So, and him and Andy Reid and the way things were, rolling, his offense is meant for a guy who plays the way that Patrick Mahomes plays. So we could see a different style of football. It's almost like the Warriors offense. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, it's not like the Warriors defense, where the Warriors defense is top 5 in the NBA, and the Chiefs are not. The Chiefs are giving up a lot of points. But obviously, if you're scoring 40-plus points a game, which I said they're going to target, here we are. They've done it all 3 weeks. It's super impressive.
Yeah, good for him. Good for them. I don't hate on it. They got about 5 more wins than them this year.
That's it?
Andy Reid, 8 wins. That's about right. No playoffs.
No.
No playoffs, no playoff victory. That's about right?
He made the playoffs almost every year with the Chiefs.
Oh, so what? So in and out. Oh, got it.
I think he's only missed the playoffs once with the Chiefs. In his 5 years there.
So what? 8 to 10 wins, a playoff berth, elimination, maybe.
We'll have to see if New England
last year
they look better than any other team in the AFC offensively. Now defensively, can a team like New England, who has proven they can win shootouts? I don't know if this year's New England has proven they can win in shootouts, but
haven't proved shit.
I don't know.
Kansas City notoriously, well, they did last year even.
They lost to Tennessee.
I'm saying, how many times did they lose in a row after they start off so hot?
But that's why. Well, they only lost 4 games last year, but.
But then it was whatever. It was either last year or the year before. Remember when they started off so hot, then they lost 5 or 6 or whatever it was in a row?
Oh yeah, that was a couple years ago. But I mean, the reason they got rid of Alex Smith was only because
it was Alex Smith.
They still feel like that they were one step away from taking these playoff wins. You know what I mean? Everything you're saying right now, they feel like the difference is Patrick Mahomes.
The defense isn't as good.
No, the defense is not as good.
1, 2, Patrick Mahomes. He's having a great run, but come on, eventually it's going to hit. Don't know when, but eventually it's going to hit where he's going to he has to. Fitzpatrick mellowed out at one point. It's going to happen. Where he's going
to have a bad game. It's going to happen for sure.
And then he's going to.
But that's not to say that he's not going to be an Andrew Luck type player throughout his career.
So he's overrated.
Well, no, but Andrew Luck, when playing, has proven
that he should be subbed out on the last play of the game.
Wow, we will get into that. That made me very angry. I'm sure that would have made him very angry. He just did not say it.
I laughed very hard.
I would have been pissed if I was him, but.
No, I mean, Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs are doing their thing right now. I don't hate on it, but I just think it's going to mellow out.
I'm not saying what he's doing right now will be his whole career, but I'm saying that I think he can be consistently. I mean, this could be the start of something super special. I'm not going to rule that out.
I will.
There's nothing I have seen that hasn't been like that. He's done everything really well. I don't like him turning around, running backwards, and then running 15 yards across the field and firing. And I know they scored a touchdown on the play, and it looks really good when it works. But that play does not.
Tony Romo.
But that play does not look good when it doesn't work. Do you know what I mean? I don't like that at all. So I'm not saying he's going to be this. I'm just saying I'm not going to rule out that. Hey, what's to say that he can't keep up? Yes, he's going to have bad games. Everyone has bad games. Tom Brady's had plenty of bad games throughout his career. But what's not to say that he can't be in that top level tier with the quarterbacks that the Aaron Rodgers.
This makes my head hurt.
I didn't say he was. I'm just saying I understand.
But we don't know. That's why I don't understand why people have these conversations, why people are losing their minds, because we don't know. Right. We don't know. Correct. So don't even go there. Let's just wait and see is my point.
Yeah, I'm in on that. Because
RG3 was the future too.
Right.
Where's he at?
And I'm enjoying what I'm seeing from him, but yeah, I'm not going to take it as he is going to be a Tom Brady or an Aaron Rodgers in any way, shape, or form.
People should even go there. Let him go there.
Just
wait and see. He's doing his thing right now. I ain't hating on him. Cool. He's balling. When he has his down game, we're gonna see how he reacts. When he has it off, first year, okay, cool.
He's gonna have an off game at some point.
Next year, Dak, we're gonna see how you do.
Oh, there you go. That's a really good example.
That's the most recent example. We're gonna wait and see. We can see. But right now, can't take anything away from him. He's balling the hell out right now.
And we've seen guys put up some ridiculous numbers in 5-week stretches and then never perform ever again in the history of their. And we're talking.
Saying it's going to happen.
We're talking. No, agreed. But we're talking like a backup coming in week 5 and just playing well till week 10, and then week 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 looks garbage, and we never hear of him again.
Right.
That happens often. Not saying again that's happening, but yeah, you're okay.
People need to relax with these proclamations. Like, just chill.
You brought up Andrew Luck, and we'll talk about that game now. The Eagles' defense looked good overall.
Eagles looking nice still. Yeah.
The red zone defense is obviously like key, the everything to that defense right now. But I liked what I saw from Carson overall in the comeback. I wasn't expecting some 330 yards and 3 touchdown kind of game. I was super excited he was back, obviously, because. At times, he had some mobility. He looked like the old Carson Wentz, and he made a couple of decisions that weren't really great, but there was never like, oh man, he looks really bad. So, very excited about that. I do think the interception, I think it might have slipped out of his hand the way, I think he just had his hand turned around. I don't know what happened. Either way, if he throws it to Ertz on the other side, if the ball gets to Ertz on the other side, they get the first down. So he made the right read. it was a bad throw. Other than that, there was another play that I thought should have been picked off. He made the wrong read on that one. But other than that, I thought that he had a pretty good game overall. He looked pretty good running. Took a couple hits. I knew that was going to happen. I talked about that. He looked good getting up. So we'll see.
They just don't want that scared right now.
They need weapons to make it a little more. He obviously can help you win games like against the Colts. I mean, he's a good enough quarterback that's going to lead you to victory in those situations. And they kept stalling out, like they get across, like they were getting the first downs, they just weren't getting into the red zone, and then they would have to they were too far away to kick it. They missed a couple, two long field goals, things like that. So like they were moving the ball, it was finishing was the issue against that. And that the Colts defense is not some powerhouse defense, so they need to learn how to do that, obviously. But again, that comes in time with the weapons. I thought both tight ends looked really good. I think they combined for like 18 catches or 17 catches.
I don't know. They just don't come off as much of a threat like they did last year.
Yeah, they don't have the long ball. And the thing that I do think will be missing even when Alshon comes back is Torrey Smith was able to stretch the field last year. Mm-hmm. They got rid of him for basically nothing because they felt like they could replace that, and they don't really have any. I don't think Aiken is going to be that guy. The thing I do like is that they feel like they can rotate their cornerbacks on the other side of the ball right now. And I think they are going to be able to keep every game within because of how good that defense is. Like, they're going to have to if they don't have the weapons because how do you replace that? I mean, they're going to have to go out, maybe Dez, but I don't know if they're going to go out and do that because I think they look at Dez as more of a project to try to build into their offense. And he's not the stretch the field kind of guy either, and that's what they need. They need a fast guy that can just run seam routes. I mean, just straight down the sideline. But I don't know. When Alshon comes back, I will be excited to see if that can open up the offense, because it should open up the offense a little bit. He's obviously a very talented receiver. And him, Ertz, Dallas Gobert, those three together. But that's going to be what else do you got there?
I hear you. They just don't seem like
Nelson's a good slot receiver, but I think they're going to use him on the outside, and I don't think he's going to be efficient on the outside. We'll see.
Even if you bring even if one of these pieces come in. I don't know. It's just a vibe. Like they don't feel like that juggernaut everybody was saying they're going to be for years and years to come. It's just not feeling that way right now. It hasn't been all year, in my opinion.
2-1, and I think they were 2 bad plays away from being 3-0. So I'm okay.
Okay, they can be 3-0. They still don't. Even if they were 3-0, it does not feel like a juggernaut. The record might say, even if it was 3-0.
I mean, that was Carson's first game back off an ACL.
I
wasn't expecting 330 yards.
I even saying I'm looking for that. There's just not, to me, and I've heard other people saying this, there's just not that aura about them like there was a year ago. Whatever that reason is, maybe he'll come back because Carson's back. I don't know. I doubt it. I don't think that's the whole story. I don't know what the whole story is. I don't follow the Eagles that hard. But I know.
I still feel like
looking at it, I just
Super Bowl or bust mentality right now going around there. I still think that the sights are set on that, and I still think that they have the potential to. I think the Rams are the scariest team in the NFL, and I think that team has definitely.
I think the Eagles can get dropped by a couple teams.
But I think that they're going to be in the mix. I still think they'll be in the mix. I mean, I think that they've looked good enough to not say otherwise.
I don't see them as a threat anymore.
We'll see.
They're one of the top teams, I'll say that, but I don't know. Like I said, last year it was at one point it was like, all right, you know what? Yeah, clearly.
Yeah. They were rolling. They were rolling every team they played at one point. They literally had 9 wins in a row, and 7 of them were by almost 21 points or something like that. It was 17 to 21 points, something like that. Like, it was incredible that the things that they were doing mid-season last year. But we're only 3 weeks in the offense. They were 2-1 last year, and they did not look like last year. The Giants went 0-10, and week 3 they beat the Giants 17-14. So like it's not like it's no different than how last year started, except Carson wasn't there for the first 2 weeks. So I think they can still get into midseason form and get rolling the way they did. We'll have to see though. I think that they don't have, like I said, they don't have that threat on the outside to let them score that many points. I don't know if they're going to be able to put that many points up like they did last year because they can't stretch the field even when Alshon's there with a Torrey Smith type player. We'll see though. Indianapolis on the other end, I thought Andrew Luck actually looked pretty good overall. The Eagles defense plays way better at home than they do on the road, and they're a pretty good defense overall. Sidney Jones made 2 huge plays that kept that game where it was, and that was almost basically the difference in the fourth quarter was him. So that's very exciting to see. He's a player I'm very high on for the Eagles. But I think that the Colts down the road, with the Jaguars looking the way they did, do you believe in the Titans?
I don't believe in any of those stories.
So that's what I'm saying, though. You have an opportunity because the other team is Houston. So, like, do you know what I mean?
Oh, your favorite, right?
But I'm saying, yeah, well, not anymore. I mean, they almost seem out of it after 3 games. We'll get
into
that.
They're 0-3, so yes, they are out of it.
It's crazy.
It's not crazy to somebody who doesn't believe.
But Jacksonville, Tennessee, and Indianapolis, like those, like what I was saying about Indy is they still have a fighting chance because the other 2 teams aren't looking like they're that also great, right?
I'd still probably take Jacksonville, as sad as that is, but
yeah,
I have to.
Jacksonville or Indianapolis is who I would take, honestly.
Indianapolis is not beating Jacksonville.
I don't think so either.
So.
But if Blake Bortles looks the way he did the other day, Indianapolis didn't look that bad on Sunday. They had moments, so I mean, we'll see. It's week 3 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo, Minnesota. Speaking of weird week 3 things.
Speaking of things people need to relax on, people saying, should we apologize about? No, we should not. They are still garbage.
Not. They're not going to win any games.
They're still garbage. No.
So you know what I really think happened?
They could have won 74-0, and I still would say they're garbage.
So you know what?
They're still garbage.
So here's my theory.
That they're still garbage.
Minnesota has a Thursday night game this week against the LA Rams.
I don't buy this.
And I think that they just completely were overlooking.
Everybody's saying that.
This week.
Everybody's saying that. Or Buffalo got a little bit of pride in them for half a second because, the story was on them that they suck and you had a man retire at halftime.
I think the combination of both of those things were what happened. Josh Allen looked pretty good as well. It's hard to game plan for somebody you don't have any film on, so that's kind of part of it. They probably didn't know the plays and stuff that were coming at them. I don't know, honestly. I didn't watch that game, so I just saw that the score was
pretty hilarious.
I just saw the score was like 24-0, and I was like, wait, what? That was the first time I got to that score.
A couple early fumbles cost Minnesota.
And see, there you go. So if they don't have those 2 fumbles, the whole game could be probably different, and it's not a blowout Buffalo's way. And I say that all the time. The best team can lose to the worst team on any given Sunday with just random things like that happening. a player that will never fumble could fumble twice in the biggest game. It just happens. As football. But Josh Allen, I did see the hurdle. That was a pretty cool play by him. But
stupid.
Yeah, he almost got rocked.
Sit your
He
ass
almost
down.
got rocked coming down.
Stupid you gotta be to do that. You the quarterback. You gotta slide, boy.
Did he look good throwing? Do you know?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
One game.
Yeah. Hello. That's why I went like the next day. People were like, "Should we apologize?" I saw even stupid. Their Buffalo. Did you see the Buffalo Bills Twitter? So I can't stand. Oh God. They came out of ESPN because every single person on ESPN picked Minnesota, and they were like, "You like that?" And I was just like, "Bro, the entire world picked against you.
Yeah,
because you suck.
Yeah, you can't find anybody on record probably.
Because you're garbage." And guess what? 100 times out of 100 times, we would make that same pick.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
if they line that
man.
game up tomorrow, I'd pick Minnesota.
If
they play that game this week, would you still pick Minnesota?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
I'm still saying Buffalo's going winless this year. Right, knock it off. Like I can't stand that. Well, you like that? They literally put that too. I was like, I get it. You like that? It would've been funny if they would have said you liked that, but whatever.
Foles.
So whack, man. I was like,
Foles.
Anybody? Okay. So does anybody believe in Buffalo now? No. Okay, just checking. The hell's going on in Minnesota though? They garbage.
Well, the other thing is they're flying across country on a Thursday night game. I think that's hard to win. I mean, that's against the Rams on top of it, which is just a good team.
It's a great team.
So, like, the thing about that is, like, you know what I mean? You might be having your opportunity to be what? One. Well, they're 1-1-1 right now, I think. With a tie.
Yeah.
So they can be 1-2-1 after 4 weeks. That's a rough.
That's pretty.
For a Super Bowl contending team.
Allegedly. But you just lost the Bills at home, so I mean. Is that parody?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good LOL. I appreciate that.
So Drew Brees looked like Superman.
He looked like Jesus Christ, which he is.
He was incredible.
Is he never?
He was more incredible than usual.
Is he never?
That was. I mean, I went back. I watched the NFL replay of it. That was awesome.
I don't know why you didn't start that man in your fantasy team.
I don't know. Did I lose in that league?
No, you won. You don't even know. Jesus.
I have so many leagues. I don't even know.
No, you wrecked the other person because the other person, I think they're winless.
Oh, well, nice.
Yeah,
Okay, I mean,
I'm facing undefeated this week.
oh, Cam had 4 touchdowns.
Okay.
He's still
How many did Breeze have?
Oh, Brees probably had 50+ points, I assume.
Right. Shout out to me for picking Matt Ryan over Russell. Well, just saying. But no,
Did you play him?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you told me about
Yeah, I
it.
damn sure wasn't starting Russell against Dallas. I don't know. Matt Ryan, man, I'm telling you right now. I said last week that game was clearly going to be the game. That was the only game I was like, yeah, that game. It always is.
There was just no defense. It was great.
Yeah, it never is with those stuff.
That was great.
That's all it is. If you want an offensive shootout, it's
How about
always
Julio Jones not being able to find
those
it?
two. Did he need to?
No, but isn't that crazy?
No, some rookie got 3 touchdowns out of the blue. What's his name? Riley?
Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, I like him. He's out of Alabama.
Sure. Yeah, he had 3 scores, so I was like, okay. Guess Julio didn't need those scores. They did. They fucking won. So, hey. Oh, no, they lost.
They
That's
lost.
right. Yeah.
But they put away 50-some points. Or 40 points or whatever.
40-something.
40-something.
Yeah.
So, like...
Yeah, it goes in. There's the overtime thing, because Atlanta didn't get the ball.
Yeah, I know, but in New Orleans, ran that clock down really low, too.
Yeah, it was like 4 minutes left.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Stop them.
Yeah.
Stop them. I was kind of annoyed because I wanted another touchdown in my fantasy just because, but I was just like, hey, stop them. And it wasn't about stopping them, so I mean, shit. Why I hate the overtime rule?
So New Orleans went from getting trashed after week 1 for losing to Tampa to being 2-1 now, having 2 really good offensive week and another pretty good offensive week against Cleveland. So 2-1.
No. That's still trash, bro.
New Orleans.
Yes. 2-1. That's the most misleading 2-1 team ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's Drew Brees and who? They still got garbage defense, which they just showed. Okay.
I like their offense a lot.
Everybody does every year. That defense, though.
Yeah. Garbage.
Is that a 2-1 defense? No.
It's bad defense.
It's terrible defense.
But Kansas City's 3-0 with a really bad defense.
Which is worse? Right.
I think Kansas City's. I don't know. I think they're both playoff teams though.
Kansas City has a much better defense than New Orleans. Don't disrespect Kansas City that bad.
No, I'm just saying. I think they're both playoff teams. Yeah.
New Orleans is that I'm going to get into the division, I'm going to win the division, potentially, and get in the playoffs by default team. That's what they are.
If Atlanta's defense keeps playing like this.
They suck too, yeah, right.
Because they're 1-2.
Mm-hmm.
And Carolina's 2-1.
You can have a fire offense, but if you ain't stopping nobody, case in point, Atlanta, you put up 40-some points and you lose? Really? At home. You don't even touch the ball at halftime, in overtime. You don't touch the ball one time. Against a division rival, who you see twice a year, by the way, and you should know by now. And you've been fighting every year, Drew Brees, for how many years now?
And he's still putting up.
You know what to expect. You know he's putting up 45. You still don't have any clue how to stop it. Okay. That's terrible, man. Could you imagine if Philly and Dallas did that every damn year? How mad? Right.
We would hate it.
How mad you would be?
We would hate it.
Right. You know how ridiculous that is? Carson Wentz puts up 45 against Dallas every damn
time.
like,
Dak Prescott throws for like 400 yards there.
Like, you know how ridiculous that is?
Yeah.
Like, come on now, stop this man once.
Same with New Orleans.
Right. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, you're right. That happens at least once a year in their 2 games.
Yeah.
At least once a year, they both scored 35 plus.
Every damn time. Once a year, at least.
Usually in Atlanta.
Atlanta.
How about the Giants? Getting their first victory.
Woo!
Put it in the books.
Eli out here.
He looks stunned that he made a good throw on one of the highlights. It's so funny. Like, he throws the ball, the receiver's wide open in the end zone, and as it's getting to him, he was like, "Whoo!" Like, and I was just like, "Oh man, Eli!" Like, even you were kind of worried that was probably just gonna fall at the 5 because like it's getting to that point with him.
Yeah, he's an old man.
He got sacked like 100 times. Their offensive line got crushed.
Nothing.
J.J. Watt and Javion Clowney were in the backfield just like every time the ball was snapped.
They beat that winless Houston, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The other side of that is Houston. How did they not score 45 points?
I don't know. You the Mr. I'm behind Deshaun and his genius quarterback coach. So what's up? You tell me.
I have no idea.
That's your people's.
Their offense did not move the ball near as much as I thought they could.
All year.
Their
For 3
offensive
weeks.
line hasn't been great, but like it wasn't good last year, and they were figuring out ways to win.
That quarterback genius.
He just has not looked the same. The Deshaun Watson since the coming back off the injury. So I don't know.
0-3, man.
Yeah, I don't see. They're not making the
records don't
playoffs.
lie. 0-3. I mean, it's kind of you are who we thought they were.
Not good.
Terrible.
The Rams beat the Chargers.
Super Bowl champions on ground.
Good, but I don't know about that.
The Rams are not the on-ground Super Bowl champions.
I mean, everyone's saying, yeah, they're the best.
Who else?
No, they're saying the Rams.
Well, I'm saying who else? That you're saying,
Oh. Well, I don't know.
the Rams are not the on-ground Super Bowl champions. Didn't we establish this in the offseason?
Yeah.
Other than your little Philly bias,
Yeah.
which I understand, other than that?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you adding about?
I thought you meant like people were saying they were the Super Bowl champions after 3 weeks because of
No,
what they did.
no. Just saying.
They might be the best team in the NFL after 3 weeks the way they've
They
looked.
are,
though. I
yeah,
mean,
right. They are, that's the point.
Definitely
Right.
Part of it. Jared Goff.
By far they are.
Jared Goff putting up a lot of big.
Even though they beaten garbage, but whatever.
Right, and that's the thing is
Still.
we'll see. You got to beat the teams you play, but they rolled the
Man,
teams they
they're just
played.
continuing what they did last year, which is dominate. So
Yeah.
What am I missing? Right.
The Chargers are what, 1-2 now? So
I think so, yeah. Okay.
3-0 Chiefs and Denver 2-1 in their division. So gonna be hard for them to climb if you fall a little much more than what they did. But again, that was against the Rams. All the teams that play the Rams were probably expecting a loss in that situation. So.
Yep.
Plus, I don't think the Chargers are all that good.
No, they haven't been. It's Phil Rivers and who? Right.
Melvin Gordon and Keenan Allen.
Is that translating to wins though?
No. They're 1-2.
I don't get it.
And they have not made the playoffs in 3 or 4 years now?
Something like that.
It's been
I
a
don't
while.
get it. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. You got the running back now.
Got a good wide receiver guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Their
Their
offensive
defense
line
just sucks. I don't know
But their
anything about
defense
it.
was supposed to be so much better this year.
I don't know anything about it.
But again, that's the Rams. Good. They still put up a lot of points on them.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas went up to Seattle.
Garbage. You were looking forward to this game for some freaking reason.
I don't know.
I told you. Don't know. Dude, again, another struggle. I can't watch this team, bro.
The offense is
This
just
is the worst I've seen this team, this Cowboys team, in several years.
like
They are terrible. We were more respectable when that year Tony Romo and Dez went out the same damn week. Like, this team is garbage. We have Zeke.
I was gonna say outside of Zeke looks good.
He looks excellent.
The offensive line
Looks good at times.
at times.
Mm-hmm. Everybody keeps knocking offensive line. I mean, he looks good at times. It's in part that, but not all of it. Dak's not. He's just. They need to stop putting it in his hands. He is not the. He's not Aaron Rodgers. Stop trying to make this man throw. Rely on Zeke and then go to Dak. That's how we were successful 2 years ago.
Yeah.
For some reason, they're doing it the other way. Why? I don't know. They still think Dak can beat. He's not. Just accept that. Why won't they accept it? I don't know. But we look like ass, and it is embarrassing to watch at this point.
They don't.
It is embarrassing.
There's nobody to throw to.
That don't help, right? So is it really all Dak, or is it?
Because like everyone's really crushing Dak right now. And my thing is like there's just nobody. Who is he?
He's getting hit.
And that's my thing is like I don't.
Nobody's getting open.
And I'm not gonna sit here and say that I think Dak is an Aaron Rodgers type quarterback.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like. The biggest moments, he doesn't have time for some reason. It seems like, and I think it's the timing of when this things happen. Like you might be right that the offensive lines have probably had good at times, but the thing is like in the crunch times and the times that everyone's really like focused on this, they haven't been good. Individual plays. But that and then no receivers to throw to. Like Dak's not
zero. We have nobody to throw the ball to.
I don't think that Dak is I don't think that he might. Everyone was very high on his rookie year, and everyone's really low on him now. He might be somewhere in the middle, and that would be okay.
That would be okay. Right.
But they're gonna have to figure out someone for him to throw to for him to get to the middle. Like that's the problem. And to rely on him would mean he has to rely on others. And the problem is if he doesn't have those others, then what's you got to go Zeke and then him.
It's terrible.
Do you think they will at any point?
What?
Go Zeke, just try to pound Zeke throughout the entire game?
I would love to know what Jerry Jones was doing this week because I know during that game they kept going to him. He was losing his mind. So I'm sure. I don't know what the hell's going to happen, but Jerry looked pretty, a little extra angry. Just like we can't convert third downs. We cannot get in the end zone. I don't know what the hell. We can't get in the red zone, let alone the end zone. We just can't move the ball. Outside of Zeke Elliott, we can't move the ball. Nobody's getting open. He has no weapons. Allen Hurns has 2 catches this past week instead of 1. This next week will be 3. Maybe we'll just keep going up. I don't know.
Tavon Austin had a rushing touchdown.
He's a bum. We cut the kicker and they didn't sign anybody. Got it. This team's terrible.
They still haven't signed him after they cut that kicker.
Huh. What have they done? They haven't signed anybody since cutting Dan Bailey.
Oh, they haven't cut the other. I thought you said they cut the other kicker. I was like, wait, what?
No.
He's still there.
Mm-hmm.
Your boy?
He made a couple more. Good,
Hey.
good. That's what's up. Can we get into the end zone? The answer's no. Nobody's getting open. Nobody's getting any separation. It's terrible. All offense is abysmal. And some people are on the hype of the defense. I'm not. Relax. It's not that good. We've been playing some average offenses, some average offensive lines.
Seattle's offensive line was
Right. Them, the Giants.
garbage.
Who was the other team we played? Drum blank.
Giants offensive line's garbage too. The Carolina Panthers.
Again,
They beat you, but it was like
Again, right,
14-7.
People are like, oh, you see the Cowboys, what our defense ain't doing. Like, relax. So, I don't know, man. It's hard to watch. They're terrible. It's going to stay this way.
You don't think there's. And the problem is that they might win like 6, 7, 8 games, so you're not going to get like a top pick.
Are we, though?
Well, hey, if they win like 3 games, that's a good thing. You would rather be bad if you're not. You'd rather be bad than mediocre.
I guess if we're looking for draft picks.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have. Well, if you don't think you're gonna be good, then you'd rather be bad than mediocre.
Well, we're
You'd
on the
rather
right
be-
track because we look like trash.
You'd rather be good than anything. But if you're not good,
Look, I'll tell you, we'll beat
You
the
don't wanna be
Giants,
mediocre.
we'll beat the Bills, we'll beat the Browns, we'll beat the Jets, we'll beat the other teams that are just as trash. We're demolish those garbage teams. Anybody else though, like average and above, we're losing. It's terrible. We're not even gonna hit 500 this year.
I think you might be right about that.
I think I'm dead center right.
Their offenses look super bland,
Mm-hmm.
while the Chiefs' offense is putting up 41 points. You have that going on in Dallas. It is 2 different worlds almost when you think of that.
Yep. It's a struggle to watch.
Speaking of struggle to watch, the last game was Chicago, Arizona by a solid like 40 minutes. So
They are who we thought they were.
So there was nothing like, yeah, that's the last time they played was, I guess, in Arizona was that.
I saw that clip going around after
Yeah,
the
'cause
win.
they-
I was
yeah.
like, that was funny. Yeah. Shouts to me for picking up the Bears off of fantasy.
Yeah,
I picked them up and I started them.
Good
That
idea.
was a great idea.
they killed him.
It was beautiful.
So, I have to just speak my mind about how idiotic the Arizona coaching staff is. They decided it was 14-0, okay?
Mm.
And then they went down 7. It was 14-0 first quarter, and then early fourth quarter they go down 17-14.
Mm.
They get the ball back with about, I think, 10 minutes to go, 9 minutes to go, something like that, in the fourth quarter. They decide with 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, after they played the entire game with Sam Bradford, to put their rookie quarterback in, down 3.
See what the kid's made of, huh?
What are you doing? Like, seriously, as a coaching staff, who was looking at each other like, you know what, boys? This is the time.
See what the kid's made of.
I mean, come on. Like, if I don't care if they think that he's better than Sam Bradford. I don't care if they wanted to sit Sam Bradford because Sam Bradford was not moving the ball, because he was not moving the ball.
Why'd you pay Sam Bradford?
They paid him a lot of money.
If you were just going to go to the rookie, why'd you pay Sam Bradford?
I don't even care if the coaching staff feels like the kid should be playing over Sam Bradford. That is fine. You don't wait until 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, down 3, to be like, yeah, let's try it.
Just because.
You just don't. Like, it's just a very... And it turned out as bad as... He threw a pick 6 that ended up coming back, but he threw a pick 6 that, like, it was not...
I guess he sucks too. We should just go up one because that was the sample size, 1 quarter.
And that's my thing, is what did you think you would learn from him in that situation?
The pressure, I don't know, bro.
All you can literally do is hurt him at that point.
Basically what they did. I mean, you tell me he threw a pick 6, I mean.
But he got called back, so it was no...
Oh, that's good.
He threw it literally right to the cornerback.
Sounds about right.
He threw an actual pick at one point. Didn't get called back. Yeah, okay, so 2, 1 off the board. Starting to see a trend here.
So Patrick Mahomes, he is not.
It was the fourth quarter, down 3. Like, he didn't, like, this man, he didn't have any reps with the ones all week. And then we're like, yeah, let's just put him.
He was like, wait, I'm in?
Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying.
Wait,
like,
did Sam get hurt? I missed that.
That's what I mean. Like, yeah,
texting.
I thought this was supposed to be like, I get some practice here. He had no practice with the ones all week, and they were like, fourth quarter.
Go ahead, kid.
Try it.
We really don't want to win this one, actually.
Good luck.
Can we...
Hey, by the way, Khalil Mack's on the other side, and Sam Bradford can't get away from him.
Good luck.
Sam Bradford got sacked 5 times.
Maybe he thought he was more mobile. I don't know.
Maybe he was
Sam, Sam Bradford didn't get out the way.
You know what? Maybe the only way I'll excuse this is no, I won't excuse it. But maybe he was standing and telling the coach, "Yo, I couldn't outrun him.
Yeah, he ain't gonna catch me.
He ain't gonna catch me.
Coach, he can't catch
and then on the third play, he did catch him.
He was like, "Coach, you got me."
Coach, all right, he's quicker than I thought. I was quicker than Sam Bradford. Turns out I'm not that much faster than him. Just a little faster than him.
Terrible.
So by the way, if you want to know, they lost. Because they did one of the dumbest things I've ever seen a team do.
The Bears being world beaters, huh?
You know what though? He saw Nick Saban pull his quarterback at halftime of the national championship. And he was
He
like,
can do it. Shit.
Shit.
What you mean? This is the NFL.
I got this.
This kid's ready. Khalil who?
My offensive line can't protect Sam Bradford.
You can't sack the quarterback without getting a flag. You
Right.
can't go hit him.
Yeah. So to wait the Sunday night football game,
Yep.
I was all excited. I was like, all right, cool. We're gonna get a cool Patriots 56-7 whooping. They're ready to just knock out because like a Belichick assistant plus coming off a loss. I mean, the Patriots haven't lost back-to-back games since I was in high school. Like that's a legit stat. So I'm like, word, this is gonna be fun. Patriots got this. Nope, wrong. They look like the Arizona Cardinals.
Some garbage.
Their offense. Tom Brady did make one throw that only Tom Brady can make, but then the rest of the game I was like, what's going on out there?
Tom who? Who that?
They scored 14 points.
I'm not.
On Rabbit's favorite team.
I'm not saying it's over, but man, it's
On an 0-2
this team feels like it's over.
Detroit Lions.
Them Patriots feel done, bro.
They lost 35-14.
They feel like they're done. I kind of thought that way before the season started, but and then seeing it, it's still only 3 weeks, and
We'll
we
see
know
when
how
Edelman comes back because they have
switch
one
shit
more
up,
weapon. Right, the
So
best
it's-
adjustment team in the NFL history would obviously be Belichick. Patriots, but did not look good through.
Remember when I was saying about the aurora of the Eagles? Feel like the Patriots.
Patriots got destroyed in week 2 on the road.
Like normally, like every year when we had these conversations, it's like, well, let's do the Patriots. This year I don't feel that way. I feel like it's kind of feeling like it's not there.
They lost by double digits 2 weeks in a row. They haven't lost 2 weeks in a row just in general.
Just
since I
looking
was in high school.
average.
Their offense looks bland, and like it was all right.
Brady can do with anybody. That doesn't seem to be working right now.
I was like, all right, it was Jacksonville, but like now looking bland against Detroit. I don't know.
Stafford out here.
The Jets offense put up like 40 points against Detroit's defense.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's how. Like I'm not saying you can
Patriots
judge
put up
it because of another week. It's a week-to-week thing here, but like,
Come on, man.
That's a drastic difference.
They're just looking at
The Lions defense. It's not. I don't believe in the Lions defense, so that says about the Patriots offense maybe. Matt Stafford looked like he was garbage too. He threw 2 horrible picks.
Sounds like Matt Stafford.
He looked
won.
horrible.
And they won.
I was literally like, yo, I won't sit down. I watched two games of Matt Stafford this year. The only game I ever really watch him every year is if he plays the Eagles, and obviously on Thanksgiving. That's it.
Basically.
I watched 2 games of him this year, and I'm like, what is this man? He's horrible for the 10th year in the league. I'm like, yo, and they put up 35 points. I'm like, yo, now you're getting fooled, because now you think he's good, and he's not.
It's Matthew Stafford.
He was. Oh man, there was one that I think he literally wanted the Patriots to have the football. I was just like, I couldn't think. There was no other explanations. I was like, I think he just wanted to see if I think he wanted to see if the defender could catch it.
Sounds about right.
It was bad. And they won 35-10. Or 14.
Didn't you hear that Belichick wanted to trade Gronk
to the damn Lions.
So
Again, we talked about this before. The damn arrogance of this squad.
Yo, if they would have traded Gronk,
Really?
if they would have traded Gronk, they would score no points a game.
My guy. The arrogance of this fucking team.
Gronk was getting double covered and he was still catching the ball and throwing dudes off. And Gronk was the only thing they had on Sunday night and they didn't even have Gronk. I will say
So what are you getting for him? You're getting like a couple first round picks and a starter?
You better get all the receivers.
Well, guess what? That means you really are starting over. That means that you think Brady's done if you get rid of Gronk.
You better get all of their receivers.
Brady's done then.
If you're trading Gronk.
Come on, man.
Trading Gronk, you better literally get all of Detroit's receivers.
Belichick's a bum for that.
Because they're all like pretty good, but you're not sure if they're all really good. You know what I mean? So like you could just take all the receivers for Gronk. That's the only trade.
And then Gronk said, "Just kidding. I'm never playing for anybody."
So
Brady.
my favorite thing in this entire thing is Rob Gronkowski saying, "I'll just retire if you're gonna trade me."
That's funny.
I love it.
That's funny.
I love it. Player empowerment in the NBA has never been so high. They are looking at that in the NFL and they're like, "How do we do this?" That is the
speak.
Tom Brady got Jimmy Garoppolo traded, and Rob Gronkowski got a trade denied, which you almost can't do in the NFL.
Le'Veon Bell said, "I'm not showing up."
Like we are in a time here where the NFL players are
finally
like,
just doing it.
"Yo,
what a concept! We just do the shit.
Nike,
just do the shit."
Nike's like, just do it.
What are they finally just doing?
They're just doing it.
What a concept!
I mean, like Tom Brady,
and it's working.
Eric Bledsoe got himself traded out of Phoenix, right? And they're looking at Eric Bledsoe, like Gronk and Brady's looking at Eric Bledsoe like, what did this kid ever do to demand that? How do we get that kind of? And then they were like, oh shit, that's how we do it.
We just do it.
We just say it.
One person that did work for was Earl Thomas, apparently, out of Seattle. But other than that, it's been working.
That entire situation. My man,
how did he not seal that deal? This man is begging you to come to the bring me to the Cowboys.
Does he still want to go?
Yes. He doesn't want to be in Seattle.
I know that.
He didn't even show up to practice the next day or the day before, whatever the hell it was.
I saw that.
He does not want to play for them.
No, he said he wants out of Seattle. He's done with Pete Carroll.
He took a bow in front of Dallas's bench. And I was like, Jerry, the fuck are you doing? He wants you to. Oh, come on, man.
It's pretty funny. After his second pick of the day.
I ain't mad at him. I don't know why Jerry just sat on his ass on that, but anyway, that's the only person that hasn't worked for him. Everybody else, hey, I'm just not gonna do it. Okay. But you will. I won't. Le'Veon. I won't. Gronk. I will retire. Okay. Just fucking do the shit.
But yeah, so Gronk doing that was my favorite part of that situation.
And Belichick's just an ass for even suggesting that. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I don't.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
What can you get in return, Dwight?
Nothing. You get zero.
That is worth Rob Gronkowski on your offense, on the Patriots' particular offense.
I'm sorry, well, you're not getting anything offensive. I'm gonna say you're gonna trade for Khalil Mack. Like, I don't follow. Unless it's a star for a star, what are you getting? And again, offensively, who are you getting? I can't name anything. Julio Jones? Is that it? Antonio Brown?
You better get Detroit's first-round pick for the next 10 years.
You damn sure ain't getting anything out of Detroit, so I don't know what the hell they were thinking of that. Come on, man.
So we'll talk about Le'Veon Bell in a second, but his team, the Steelers, 1-1-1 after week 3. Big win Monday night. Almost blew it.
Against who?
Fitzmagic.
Who's that?
Fitzpatrick.
Oh, I know who that is. He throws like 2 or 3 interceptions?
Yeah.
I know that guy.
He threw 3, 1 for
I
pick
know
6.
you. I know you.
1 in the red zone.
I know who that is.
And another actual bad interception.
I know who that is. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
The Steelers were up 30-10 at halftime.
Mm.
They won 30-27.
Mm.
They had an abysmal second half. Their defense is not good.
Garbage.
And it's crazy because their offense in the first half looked unstoppable even without Le'Veon Bell. But again, this is all just passing. I mean, their running game was outside of one 27-yard run. I think it was like 30 carries for less than 20 yards or 25 yards. Like it was bad. So I don't really know what to do with the Steelers going forward because I don't believe in their defense at all. I.
And they're in some situations, ain't they?
Antonio Brown had a good week this week, but what happens next week?
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Juju looks good. Super consistent. Did you see that play? Did you watch the game?
No, but I did see a part where they literally said what his real name was. I was like, so his name isn't Juju. His name's John Smith. And I was like, from now on, I will only refer to this man as John Smith.
Oh,
That's
really?
funny as hell.
You didn't know his name was John Smith?
John Smith? That's funny.
Juju.
No, he's John. I mean, his name's John. I love it. Anthony Collinsworth. Your name's Anthony, not Chris. Juju. I mean, your name's fucking John. First of all, why did his parents play him? On many fronts, and you can take that every single way I'm giving it to you.
Yep.
Why did they play this man?
I don't know.
Pocahontas ass. Anyway, John Smith.
John Smith Schuster.
Terrible name, anyway.
Most likely why he was like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Just gonna do Juju, 'cause that's so much better.
Instead
you sound like that homie from around the way, that's what's up. Got it. I get it. No, trust me, I get it. I'd go with that too. If it's John Smith or Juju, I get it. I'd rather be the homie from around the way than John Smith. John Smith. John Smith.
I bet.
Yo, Juju. He'd be like, yeah, I get it. Anyway.
So. Tampa's defense in the first half looked horrible, and then in the second half, they figured out how to shut down AB, and that was about it. I also think the Steelers probably took their foot off the pedal. They weren't throwing the ball 30 yards downfield, obviously. If they trade Bell...
Oh, what, they're going to trade him now?
They were talking about it. Who said that?
I don't even know. Anybody say that? I don't know. I don't think anybody said that.
I know nobody who talked about they should be thinking about trading him a while ago. We were all in on that. He was going to play for the Steelers. Yeah, he was coming back. It was a week-to-week basis. Remember, after in the week one, we were like, "Oh, he'll be there," and then, "Oh, no, are we too? Oh, he'll be there," and then here we are. If he don't show up by November, he can't get paid. But I don't really think he cares about that. He made $13 million last year.
Now we're listening to trade offers, huh? Oh.
Sounds like Le'Veon Bell's not going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Oh. There's your trade. Le'Veon Bell for Gronk. Got it. That would never happen. No.
Belichick doesn't believe in running backs.
I guess he doesn't believe in talent either.
Well.
Gronk would not survive in Pittsburgh. I'm just saying.
No.
No.
I don't think Gronk would want to go to Pittsburgh.
Gronk is too rowdy for Pittsburgh.
That's true.
Think about it.
He's a little too rowdy for New England, though.
Well, they've embraced it. I don't see Pittsburgh. I don't see the Rooneys.
I hear you.
I don't see this Pennsylvania steel mill.
Look, I'm not
town.
disagreeing, but I didn't see it happening up there, and it happened. I'm not disagreeing.
Well,
I
he's white
understand
and
where
it's
you're
Boston, so
right.
it worked.
Oh, that's
I'm
true,
just
though.
saying.
No, you're not
I'm
wrong.
just saying.
That's.
I don't see the steel mill town dealing with the party boy.
No, I hear you.
They're mad. They want Le'Veon to fall in line real bad.
That.
Have you seen some of these people losing their minds?
I literally got into an argument at work. I was like, bro, you need to chill. Because that's why I was like, dude, you have to start. You need to understand that he is he's a talent. Like he's not just like some dude who you can just replace. Like you're not.
Have you seen some of the things some of these fans have been saying?
Dude, I saw a picture. It was of the home game they had against the Chiefs. It was during the first quarter, and they were in the last row, and they took a picture, and you can see all the jerseys right in front of them. Okay, and you can see probably 30 rows of jerseys, and you can see the names on the back and the numbers. Not one Le'Veon Bell jersey.
That's wild.
Like that's how petty they are.
That's why I don't think Gronk would survive.
I was like, come on, y'all. Like in Philly,
now
you still get like
he's nobody. He
you still see like a Jason Avant jersey in Philly every now. You know what I mean? Because like people just don't buy a new jersey ever. You know what I mean? They didn't have one Bell jersey in. Like I was like, wow, in the section at least. But that's a lot. That's
now he sucks. Now he's this. Now he's that.
Yeah. Cause like well we don't need him. Well, come on, man, nah, he don't need you, bro. You do need him to beat the
when
Patriots.
Ben retires, like he's claiming he's going to.
Yeah, you're gonna need something.
And Brown ain't happy, so I mean, what? You just gonna let all three of them walk next year? Got it.
Okay.
And that's the thing. If you can't keep
We
Brown
gonna see.
happy, we know that he's your only hope right now in Pittsburgh because obviously Roethlisberger's old. He's not going to be around for 3-4 more years.
Right now, it's looking like we could see an off season in the next year where it's going to be
Under
just
Steelers.
one of them, just Browns.
It's going to be
And-
Brown.
and
It could
just
be
in
Brown
time,
after.
right.
Yeah, right. And I don't think Bell's coming back to the Steelers. I don't think he's
No,
ever
he's
going
not.
to. So it's up to Roethlisberger. That's it.
Okay. We
He
gonna
looked
see.
really good on Monday Night Roethlisberger, by the way. He did. He had a great first half.
This is wild, man. The arrogance of some of these people, some of these teams, some of these fans, man. I don't get it. I mean, it's that John Gruden. It's that you just you take talent for granted, literally. Extraordinary talent. You think because you've been there and your organization's been there that you can just replace anybody and anything because of who you are. It's not the case all the time.
No.
You can't necessarily replace that type of talent. And like I said from the jump, give that man his money.
Yeah, well, and I like
Give that man his money.
the Steelers are in a situation now where like there's nothing they can do until the end of the year, and he's already kind of made it clear he's not going to do
Right.
anything with them. So they don't even have the option to ever give this man his money now,
Mhm.
and they kind of hamstrung themselves on that clearly. So
They thought he was going to cave and he said, psych.
we're looking at a potential 1-year rental for some team in the mix, like a Minnesota Rams. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I don't even
the
know
Rams
who-
don't need a running back, but
I'm sure teams would love to have
That's
him.
what
I
I'm
just
saying.
don't know who.
I heard the Jets were going after him. But like
He ain't
right.
going to play for no Jets.
He's not going to play more than this season for the Jets. If he did, I just don't see it being. I don't know. I can't.
Is Carolina on the phone yet?
Right. That's a good fit, but they like Christian McCaffrey a lot. Dolphins?
I'd make that trade every day, but
Same. But I'm not trading McCaffrey for 1 year of Bell.
no. It'd have to be a committed Bell. I'm just trying to think of teams that are legit enough that he could make a big difference. I wouldn't go with Miami because I don't believe in Miami. So
Same, but I'm just saying a team like that would go after him. Seattle, they need a running back.
They do need a running back.
Jim and Russ.
Does he want to be behind that line now?
No, nobody wants to be behind that line.
No.
That's why Russ is always running left and right. He don't want to be behind the line.
Right. Exactly. I got nothing.
Green Bay,
Again.
deadline.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers would greatly appreciate that, but yeah.
Denver. I'm just trying to think of teams at this
Right,
point.
yeah, so am I. I'm sure they would love it. Minnesota would love it.
Right, but they have Dalvin Cook that they like. Bell's better than him.
That's all I
Detroit has
got.
3 running backs.
That's all I got. That means you got no running backs.
Chicago has 2.
That means you got no running back.
Tennessee, they need a running. Boom.
Please don't do that to Le'Veon.
Indianapolis.
Don't do that, sir. Don't do that. Andrew Luck would love anything at this point, too. Buffalo. Got it.
What do you do with Shady?
Got it.
They
Who?
need a good 1-2 punch.
Who? Who's Shady?
He didn't even play in
Didn't
the
even play it. What?
in
Minnesota.
like he might be their best player.
He is? Ain't no Mike. What you mean?
This is so weird.
What you mean? He sucks.
Josh Allen might be their best player.
Stop it.
So the last thing I want to talk about NBA or NFL wise before we get on to 2 other topics and then make our picks. The flags, but mainly the weight on the quarterback rule.
Oh my god. This is just...
Out of control.
Can we just abolish this? Like, the sack is no longer a good thing. We said it last week. It is now
You
no
might as well
longer
just
a
start
good
playing 2-hand touch.
thing. It's now not, oh yeah, get a sack. It's now, it's like, please don't touch him. Please don't hit him.
Because
Don't
you're going to
touch
lose
him.
15 yards. Or if you sack him the right way, you might land on your knee the wrong way and tear your ACL and be out for the year because you were just trying to do the right thing because they decided after one player once in the NFL tore his collarbone doing it this way that we should probably stop. I mean,
Yeah, the worst part is, the NFL's not changing this, dude.
No.
They are 100% behind us, saying these are the right calls, and they are
yeah, they're not
fully
gonna change
committed
How are they
to,
gonna change
it is now 2-hand touch.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to change it. I think this
I'd respect it more if they would just say, yeah, you got to two-hand touch these guys. I don't.
I'd be alright with a flag, like you got to pull like a string or something. Like I don't.
Sacks are no longer a good thing.
Yeah.
What kind of shit is that?
The only thing.
So what is the purpose of a defensive line? To stop the running
See,
back.
and here's my thing, is I was thinking about this. So like you got to be like 265, right, to be like heavy. You got to be 265 pounds to be a good defensive lineman, right? Like to get around the offensive line. Your job
As to what?
is required to be 265 pounds. But now, part of your job requirement is to sack the quarterback without putting that 265 pounds on him, because there's a literal body weight rule now. So like you have to be really big to play the position to sack the quarterback. But if you sack the quarterback,
right. That's why I'm stuck. Well, what is their job now? If we can't sack the quarterback, we're going to flag every time we touch the quarterback. What is their job other than to stop the running back?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have no
To
idea.
put your hands up so that the quarterback potentially throws it wrong to deflect. Like I
They should
guess
give
that's what
them,
they do
like,
now.
poles.
Deflections are big now.
They should give them like poles, like PVC pipe poles, and like they should just like have to make the quarterback throw through them instead. Like that's the defender's job now. The defensive line should
Literally.
just like move the poles around,
Because getting to the quarterback
and they have to
is
tell
no
them
longer
that it's
it.
going to be a run play, so they can put the poles down and then tackle the running back. There you go. Boom, got it. Well, that's our new football. That's gonna be fun.
It's horrible, dude.
Because Carr can't even throw it past the arms sometimes, so now he's gonna have to try to throw it through the poles.
We'll see just how bad he really is, huh?
Woo!
Can't have a good pass rush.
It is-
You don't need a good pass rush because you're not allowed to hit the quarterback.
Clay
You're
Matthews-
gonna be all right.
Clay Matthews made the right play twice this year and got flagged for it, and they're
Twice.
saying that he was in the wrong. And the NFL's backed it up both times, and it's out of
And
control.
that's what irritated me about this whole thing.
It cost them a game. It cost them a tie.
And then these players aren't coming back and saying which they need to, and he needs to be more vocal than what he's been. He needs to then say, okay, he literally needs to be in one of these press conferences then and say, I need y'all to tell me what I'm supposed to do then.
Like, how can I change my?
Tell me
positioning?
what to do. Am I allowed to? How am I? Somebody with some balls, i.e. him, and with some star power, who's a defensive player, literally needs to do this. Stand out of the conference and go, what do you want me to do then? What do I do?
That player who hurt his knee.
And then you're going to get some answers.
For the Dolphins, Haynes, and he's out for the rest of the season. He doesn't get as much money as Derek Carr does. So, like, when he gets hurt, Derek Carr gets a lot of money. You know what I mean? Haynes isn't going to get near that amount of money that he would have gotten if he was healthy throughout the season. And so we're protecting the highest paid players who have the highest insurance policies as well. That's not fair. Like, that's just now completely an unfair situation. Because now the guys with the lower insurance policies on the, money you get when you are injured are the ones who are going to get injured in this situation. Like, I don't understand how this is working out, and it makes sense. But the NFL thinks it's the right thing to do, so it's what we're going to have to do.
I don't accept that on versus.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know.
NFL's getting real.
They don't, like you said, they don't seem like they're going to change it, so.
Is college having this issue?
No.
What
They don't
do we-
have this flag. They don't have that rule.
I just don't get it. If we're not changing it everywhere
Also, the
else, why
roughing
does the
the passer
NFL
things-
feel the need that they need to say, hey?
The roughing the passer's getting out of control too, because like the second that there's a lot of plays where it's like, what can they do?
The moment it's this far off of your hand, it's a flag.
It's a flag now, and it's just not. If you have your head down, how can you see that? And that's not fair because sometimes the quarterback pump fakes. Like that's the point. I mean, it's going to come to the point where you're just going to have these quarterbacks doing that all the time. And the other thing I want to talk about that made me very angry in the Eagles game particularly, and it happened both ways. An underthrown pass is now getting the receiver stopping to go for the ball, and the defender is just running them over, and they're getting flagged for it. Well, it happened 3 times in the Eagles game. If I was a quarterback and I had no one open, I would just throw it 5 yards behind them every single time. Because they're getting the quarterback throwing a bad pass is literally getting rewarded. Like they're literally rewarding. It drove me nuts. And it happened once for the Eagles. I'm not going to be... Look, it helped the Eagles out once. It hurt them twice. But point being is, and it happened, Andrew Luck and Carson were underthrowing on those plays most likely because it was super wet, it was raining, I understand it, whatever. We still can't reward them because it was 5 yards behind the receiver, so the receiver stops on a dime to try to go back and get it, and the defender runs him over. Like this
Pass
is
interference.
and then it's spotted a foul 15 yards, and then you're inside the 10. You know what I'm saying? So like so a 35, 40 yard play, 15 more yards on top of it, because the quarterback threw it 5 yards behind the receiver. Like it infuriated me to no end the other day watching it. And it's just they have to fix that. I mean, that's just there's a lot of things that are out of control.
And they're not going to. That's the worst part. They're going to keep it this way, and it's only going to get worse. Every year it's getting worse. Every year they're adding something else that's more ridiculous, more stupid, and they're not going back. NFL's, it's not what it was. And it's just, I don't know how many people, like, they keep going this route. Who's going to watch this shit? Because,
It's still getting more popular by the day, though.
that's what's up. Because it's getting struck out here for your boy to give a shit about it if it's going to keep going like this. I want to watch this. I'll watch arena football.
Yeah. And that's what it's going to turn into, is just all offense.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
We've talked about that before, that it's going in that direction.
Yep. Sucks.
The NBA starts in like 10 days, Dwight. 15 days, something like that, not even.
A league that progresses and makes the right decisions. You're right. The only one out here that does that.
The Warriors and the Celtics are probably the two best teams, I would assume.
On paper. Easily for the Warriors.
Dwight, I got your Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. I don't think Houston's as good as
On the
they were
basis
last
of
year.
what?
I don't think Houston's as good as they were last year.
Why? Because they got Carmelo. You right? He sucks. Other than
No,
that, what
because
else?
they lost two key pieces.
Who?
Trevor Ariza and
Trevor Ariza is the
who was
difference
other guy?
maker.
He scored 17, 18 points a game last year.
And they still have a solid team around there.
Who was the other? Oh man, Clint Capella, the big
Okay.
defensive rebounder they had.
And what do the Lakers have?
LeBron James.
And who?
What did the Cavs have?
Kyrie Irving.
No, last year.
Kevin Love.
Okay, and who?
More than what the Lakers have.
So just
They had a bunch. They had a lot more better role players.
I think the
We don't have
Lakers
anybody.
last year are better than the Cavs this year.
Because of LeBron.
No, I'm saying the Lakers last year are better than the Cavs this year.
And they both suck. So what's your point?
Well, you were saying what's around him, and I was trying to explain to you that the Lakers last year are a little better than the Cavs this year, and they're the same team, just one has LeBron, opposite years.
I'm supposed to believe LeBron in the West is going to be enough to get the West Conference
Here's my
Finals
thing: is
in
I
year
don't.
one on top
The
of that.
Spurs are the only team that I'm a little weary on, because Pop's like the man, and you know he could just always pull.
Rockets.
I don't think the Rockets are as good as they were last year.
Rockets, Spurs.
Okay, so the Spurs and Warriors are all I got above the Lakers, and I think that the Lakers could compete with the Spurs. I don't know what's going on with them yet.
Drawing a blank.
Right, that's my point. This is
I'm
where
not
I'm
drawing
at.
a blank because it's that bad. I'm drawing a blank because I'm literally just trying to think of the teams.
They're better than the
I'm not
Blazers.
in the
They're
NBA mood right now.
okay. So you got the Blazers. You got who else was it?
I'm looking at the
Pelicans?
damn Pelicans. Sure.
They're better than the Pelicans.
Says who?
Me.
Anthony Davis.
Nah, I like Anthony Davis a lot. LeBron
Okay.
James.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying here, man.
You're not
Utah?
saying anything. Give me the damn Western Conference, and I
Utah?
can probably name 4 or 5 teams that I would say, yeah.
Trailblazers, Utah, Memphis. That's why I have the Lakers up there.
The West is always stacked, so it's whatever. It's always a dogfight.
Well, I'm putting it out there. I think the Lakers.
On the basis of nothing other than you love LeBron James and you refuse to ever go against this man. Other than that, what you mean? Like, what else? What else? Old LeBron? Really? Old
that the
LeBron?
rest, that the
Old
rest
LeBron?
of the West is just not what they were last year. I do think that Houston can be good.
The rest of the West is not what they... And the Lakers aren't that much better. Other than the addition of LeBron, which I don't think is going to be that much of a difference.
What about Mud? You don't like Mud?
That's you're right, in my point. Misunderstood, unappreciated. What's the other one? Dumb as hell. Rondo, Lance Stevenson, JaVale McGee. Who on this team? Unless Brandon Ingram just balls the hell out and Kyle Kuzma ends up being a monster. What am I anticipating with the Lakers outside of this guy named LeBron, which I don't think is going to be enough in the West? Oklahoma.
Oklahoma City.
Just knock it off. Would you get off LeBron's fucking sack for 5 seconds and
That
understand
better
that other than LeBron James, the Lakers are still trash because they added nothing but mud? Which is the most fitting name LeBron could have ever came up for that squad because they're literally just bums in the mud. I get it. What did he say? Misunderstood, unappreciated. What was D? Dumbass. I literally forget what D stands for. Determined or something retarded. Like, come on, man.
Look it up right now.
Man, I never looked at Rondo, JaVale McGee, and Lance Stevenson and ever felt more intimidated than I did when I saw that image of them. Woo! Woo-wee! Lonzo! Woo! Unless Brandon Ingram put on 45 pounds and Kuzma ends up being a baller this year, which I'm hoping for, I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, give me the
Determined.
D. Give me the D. Determined. Oh, man. Woo! LeBron out here. That's not high school education. Come on, son. Come on. What else? Other than LeBron, you got anything else for me? Stop talking about the rest of the West.
Rondo.
Who else? Well, he ain't scoring nothing, so what else? Neither is Lonzo,
That's
so
all I
who
said.
else?
I'm basing it off the rest of us. You're saying to give you something else. I ain't got nothing else. I was just basing it off the rest of the West.
No, let's just base it off the rest of the Lakers. Who else we got?
Ingram.
Again, did he put on 45 pounds?
No.
Okay. Who else? I'm so waiting.
I'm still on LeBron, bro. I'm telling you, it's LeBron.
Outside of LeBron.
Well, I didn't think.
Who else is scoring?
Well, I think that Ingram.
Who's the second option? Is my question.
Ingram, probably Ingram or
Maybe.
Kuzma.
Maybe.
Well, those are one of those two are your second option.
Kuzma's probably still coming off the bench.
Baskets
Which is
get. I know.
ridiculous.
Baskets get open though with LeBron. They're gonna be able.
Nobody can shoot. We can never shoot. We didn't shoot last year well. We don't have any shooters. We have no shooters. That's been our problem. Kuzma can kind of shoot. Ingram, well, we're going to wait and see. Other than that, we don't have any shooters.
I need Markel Fultz.
Bruh, what? He can't shoot either. Neither can Ben Simmons. No, because now you got me on this NBA shit. Now I'm mad. Because they signed LeBron, right? And the issue with him being on the Cavs was they had no shooters. So he went to the team in the West that is literally them with no shooters and added even worse shooters because they put Rondo on the squad. So how's this team any better?
Who else was it? It was Rondo, JaVale McGee. Who were the other ones?
Lance Stevenson.
Okay, I like Lance. Lance can play. He had a great year last year. Lance averaged like 23 last year.
If he takes his 45 pounds, give it to Ingram, I'm in.
But
Did I stutter? All right, carry on. What else?
I think if Lance might be the second option.
God.
Who was the other one?
Woo! Those three, right?
There's got to be one more, isn't there?
Mm-mm. We couldn't afford any more people. What you mean?
I thought there was some.
Oh, well, we could. There was nobody left. No. They got LeBron and a bunch of dudes that he wanted, which, whatever. We kept Caldwell Pope. Oh, Caldwell Pope.
Oh, shit,
we went through this whole conversation. Look here. The only person that
Caldwell
can shoot
Pokemon.
outside of Kuzma, kinda.
Caldwell Pope, yeah, you're right.
And we didn't even drop that man's name.
Hey, they did pick up a fourth guy. You ready?
Who? Because I don't remember.
Uh,
Who?
Michael Beasley.
Oh, yo, shit! Yeah, Beasley!
I wasn't saying he was good.
Dreads.
I
Is
wasn't
this Dreads
saying-
Beasley?
Yeah, it's still there.
I'm in.
Still got the dread.
Michael Beasley. I forgot we got bum-ass
Caldwell
Beasley.
Pope, Kuzma.
Wait, so he wasn't even
Lance
in the mud,
Stevenson.
was he?
Yeah, he was in the picture.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That's why I was like, yo, I know there was four.
Caldwell Pope. You know what? I'm sold. LeBron and Caldwell. Woo! Lonzo Caldwell!
Quickly, I just want to shout out Tiger Woods.
Who?
Congratulations to him. Good luck on the Ryder Cup this week to the U.S. golf team.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch Tiger. I watched all of Saturday and last Sunday.
I heard he got a green jacket over the weekend.
No.
No? Everybody's reaction seemed to dictate he got a green jacket.
Yeah.
Did I miss something?
He had a great weekend.
He
Like
won. That's what's up.
it was
Anything major?
He won by like
Anything
5
important?
strokes. It was
Anything important?
great. It was a big. Yeah, it was a tournament championship. It was a big tournament.
Was it the Masters?
No, but it was probably the 5th or 6th biggest tournament on the.
So nobody was playing other than him?
No, everybody was playing. It was a very big tournament.
So he's back.
I don't think he's back, but well, we'll see. I would like to see Tiger back. It's hard. He has played good consistently over the last 3 months. Like he has been in the top 10 every time. So if he can continue to do that over the next 6 months, I might be able to say he's back. Yeah, for sure. But at the same time, he's getting old, obviously. So like, how long can he be back for if there is a back? Do you know what I mean? I would like to see him do well, and yeah, maybe win another Masters, at least a major or two.
I don't hate on it. I just don't think it's ever happening.
I don't know. I'm not saying because he won this week that it's happening. I do think because he won this week. There is a possibility of it happening.
I was convinced he got the green jacket though. That's why. And man, everybody lost their damn minds.
And look, don't get me wrong. I was getting hyped in this living room watching him. I loved every second of it. It was so fun to watch on Sunday. But I'm not gonna.
I'm not mad at him.
I understand what you're saying, and I'll pump the brakes on those people.
Right. Right.
The potential has never been greater since the back surgeries of him to win a major.
Doesn't say anything because he's been trash, so.
Doesn't mean he'll win the major.
Right. Like I said, it doesn't mean anything because he's been garbage, so. But hey, if he's back, cool. I would love to see it. I don't think it's going to happen.
So Dwight.
Golf can use a star.
Agreed. And they need the rating. They had a lot of ratings on Sunday for it being a football Sunday, and that doesn't happen often this time of year for them. They're going to have the Ryder Cup this weekend, which is one of their bigger, tournaments, but it's a team thing. It's not an individual one. It's its own special thing once a year. That it always gets a lot of eyes, Tiger in it or not, but Tiger in it, Tiger doing well in it will really, it'll be fun to see if Sunday has the same kind of vibe it did last week. It's always fun when he's in it because I love golf, and golf is better when he's doing well. There's just no way around it. I love watching it, and it's just so much more fun when it's him and the crowd's following him.
And in 20-some years he's been golfing, ain't nothing ever come close. Ain't that a shame of it? They
It's crazy.
Don't have any stars,
Not
man.
one person even near him.
One.
He is.
They thought they had McElroy. That didn't really work out. Oh, not McElroy. What's his name? I say the word McElroy. Yeah.
Yeah, Rory McIlroy.
Yeah.
Golf. Yeah.
Right. Him. They thought it was him, but then
And he was on his way, and then it just crashed and burned at the Masters in like 2013, and he's never recovered. He's been number one in the world since then, but he can't win the majors and the big tournaments, and that's what Tiger dominated. Tiger won the U.S. Open by 27 strokes once, and that is the most Tiger stat ever. On to our picks.
Yep.
Last week I went 9-7.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah.
You thought Shane that's the best?
26-22 I am.
24, 23, and 2.
So does that make sense? Does that add up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Terrible. Garbage. It's garbage, man. I'm one above 500. You what, 2? That's not.
Yeah.
Doing pretty shitty so far this year.
Thursday. Okay. Thursday night game. Sorry, I was trying to figure out where I wrote it down wrong. Thursday night game is Minnesota and the Rams. I'm taking the Rams, not based off the performance of Minnesota last week, because I think the Rams are a better team. Home Thursday night. All of it, as good as the Rams are, you need more than 3 days to prepare for them. I'm taking the Rams.
I'm taking the Rams because they're the juggernaut that I think they are.
Yeah, they're 4-0.
Yeah, it's happening. And
Detroit.
Minnesota's got some explaining to do, so
Yeah.
they on the out for me.
They'll
right
be
now.
1-2-1. Right? Because they're 1-1-1 now, yeah.
They got some explaining to do, so they need to show up at least. They need to at least compete out here.
If they get blown out, it could be a rough 10 days till their next game.
If they get blown out, I'm done.
Detroit going to Dallas,
Oh.
taking on
That joke never gets old.
the 1 o'clock game.
Dallas plays 1 o'clock. You know something?
Dallas is favored in this game.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that was a little odd. But I didn't think it would be more than a 1-point spread because honestly I don't believe in Detroit, clearly. I'm taking Detroit, but it's only because I don't know about Dallas offense moving the ball. They haven't obviously done that well yet. And until they start to do that, I don't know. I think Detroit, they just put up 35 points while Matt Stafford looked miserable. So they're an offense that can explode. I think they looked horrible against the Jets, not saying they always will. I'm taking Detroit just because I don't trust Dallas' offense.
No, I kind of really struggle with this. I mean, because they both suck, but Dallas kind of sucks just a little harder right now. I took Detroit. If there's any game that we should win other than teams like the Giants, this should.
You would like to see Dallas win this game, and
this should probably be it.
You're looking for them to, as a fan, to. This would be a building game. I mean,
they've given me no reason to believe that they can win, so
Right.
I'm not picking them. Again, this is Detroit.
the Jets taking on Jacksonville. I took Jacksonville.
Yeah, so did I.
I had a hard time with this one because Blake Bortles, if he looks as bad as he did last week, the Jets put up points offensively. They've done it all 3 weeks. They
want to do it against Jacksonville?
No, I don't think so, but even 10 points is better than what Blake Bortles just did. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even scoring a touchdown and a field goal might win you a game against Jacksonville if your defense is half good, it seems like. And if Fournette doesn't play. That was a big part of maybe last week as well. I took Jacksonville.
Yeah, I took Jacksonville.
But that's why.
They should win that with ease.
I agree, and they need to almost win this going into this week now. You made your statement against New England, and then you kind of just, the bubble popped the next week.
All right.
Cincinnati taking on Atlanta, and Atlanta, we all know, that's 3 straight home games, by the way, for Atlanta.
Isn't that crazy?
It's absolutely ridiculous for the NFL. I don't see that often. I'm taking Atlanta, clearly.
Taking hot Atlanta,
because
too.
in Atlanta, they can put up 700 points even if they give up 45.
Hot Atlanta. I'm not going against Matt Ryan right now at home.
Buffalo taking on Green Bay.
Damn. What a terrible game that's going to be.
I took Green Bay.
Me too. And that's only because there's one person out there.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers is a bad man.
If they lose this game.
Ooh, if they lose this game, Aaron Rodgers might ask for a trade. Because he learned he's hearing about this player empowerment thing we're talking about.
He's like, I'm in. I know I just signed his contract, but I mean.
I know I own part of the Milwaukee Bucks, but I can watch them on TV.
Yeah, I got Green Bay.
Yeah, I took Green Bay. I'm with you. I think they need to win
better
this
win
one.
this game. Nobody believes in the Bills. Sorry, Buffalo. You still suck.
Tampa Bay taking on Chicago. In Chicago.
Right.
I have no idea who's starting for Tampa Bay. It probably should be.
Does it matter?
It should be Fitzpatrick. I'm taking Chicago.
I took Chicago too.
I think Chicago, they had a bad week against Arizona. They still won, but Khalil Mack getting to the quarterback, no matter who's back there, is a guaranteed thing.
Hey, he's the only person that's allowed to sack anybody, so I'm going with him.
I'm taking Chicago. Miami, 3-0. New England, 1-2.
This is going to say a lot about both, ain't it?
Yeah, and I think it'll be the last time that I trust one and not trust the other, maybe then.
That's about right.
I'm taking New England, but I don't believe. I don't know, man.
I took New England because they damn sure better beat Miami at home.
At home.
Come on now. Because we don't believe Miami out here. Let's just get that out the way. So, they're the fakest 3-0 team of all time. So, come on, New England.
I can't say I disagree, so
Come on. Like, I think it's done, but come on, man.
Less than 28 points combined the last 2 weeks.
I've been saying all year it's done, but every week I freaking pick them. Ain't that some dumb shit? It's because, I just threw that little bit of, come on,
It's
man.
Tom Brady.
They're going to get a win here and
They
there.
have to.
But if you don't do this, come on, man. Who do you play next week? Because I'm already taking the other team if that's the case. I might regret that. I probably am, and I'm going to forget this on purpose. Move on.
Philadelphia taking on Tennessee in Tennessee. No clue who's going to play quarterback for Tennessee, so I took Philadelphia.
I took Philadelphia, too.
I'd like to see
that's
Carson
by default.
build a little more. Hey, 3-1.
That's default. That's a default pick. That's not the Eagles or Juggernauts pick.
Houston going to Indianapolis. I have Houston going 0-4. I almost picked them.
You're going against your boys, huh?
And then I was just like, nah, I think Andrew Luck's pretty good.
That's
so
right, you like him a lot more.
I'm going to go Indianapolis.
I took Indianapolis, too. No reason.
I mean, you don't like either team.
I don't. We both got overrated quarterbacks, so one of those is proving me right now.
Seattle taking on Arizona. I took Seattle.
I did too. That's only because the Cardinals suck.
Right. That's because
But the Seahawks suck.
Yeah.
Like let's not fool ourselves.
No, I don't think that
the
they're
Seahawks
super
suck
great.
too.
I outside of Russell Wilson, they legitimately look like a very bad football
Average, terrible team.
team. Less than average. If Russell Wilson wasn't there, they would be a 3-win team, it looks like. I mean, he is literally holding that offense together. They would be horrible with, like, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Right. I took Seattle.
Cleveland going to Oakland. Baker Mayfield getting his first start. We got everyone's favorite quarterback against everyone's favorite coach. Dwight, I'm sure you can't wait to get in front of a TV and watch this one.
Oh, you know it.
That's your 4 o'clock game, isn't it?
What else am I gonna watch? Cowboys ain't playing 4 o'clock.
Nope.
Nope. I might play some 2K. For real. I mean, what's this lineup? This lineup sucks.
Yeah, the 4 o'clock games,
Suck.
they're not fun this week.
Suck is the word. Look, I took Oakland because they damn sure better get their first victory there in this situation. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You better at home against the Browns, which I know everybody's on the Browns, so they're probably going to the Browns are probably going to win by 45. That's
I
the
took
worst
the
part.
Browns.
I bet you did. I don't fault that, but the Oakland Raiders better get this damn victory at home against the Browns.
This was the hardest game for me to pick, Dwight. Like, this was I could not decide for the life of me who I thought could win this game. I almost picked a tie. But the Browns already have one and it's super unlikely to get 2 in 1 year, so.
It's the Browns.
That's true, let's go. Well, you know what? I'm still picking the Browns, but I was like, this could just be a tie.
Shit.
Wouldn't be shocked.
Oakland, look, if Gruden can't, come on, man.
I mean,
Come on, man.
I'm not against that.
Come on.
And they are favored, Oakland's favored,
Come on, man.
which I thought was weird.
Yeah, because they can't get to the quarterback because we can't find pass rush out there.
He said that 3 times.
Again, right. He's going to say this every damn week. What a bum. Yeah, I got Oakland. Ugh.
San Francisco. And you know what?
Rest in peace.
This was a game I would have picked him if Jimmy Garoppolo. We didn't even talk about that. If Jimmy Garoppolo didn't get hurt.
Jimmy got who?
Did we skip that game altogether? Who
Yes,
they
we
play?
did.
Who did they play?
I don't know. Does it matter?
No, they lost.
Alright. Jimmy got who? The GOAT, the future.
Oh, Kansas City. No, we were too busy talking about Patty Mahomes.
Damn, yeah.
We didn't even talk about Jimmy. Our apologies to Jimmy Garoppolo and his ACL.
His apologies.
Well, to his ACL.
Well, he was garbage before the ACL, so.
Non-contact injury.
Yeah, by the way, did you see that, man? What you doing? Go out of bounds.
And
you
then-
were already there. What the f was he trying to do?
And
Why was
then-
he trying to shoulder check this man?
And then he fell forward and got rocked because he didn't have an ACL.
You were literally right on the line to
Just
be
get
out
out
of
of
bounds.
bounds. I'm with you. He could've-
Why did he decide he was going to shoulder check somebody? And then plant his leg in a way that he... Really, bro? I don't feel sorry for him. Like, are you kidding me? What are you doing? What the hell are you doing?
Well, I do
That
have-
shit pissed me off. When I saw that rebound, I was like, oh, damn, what happened? I saw it and I was like, oh, no, fuck that. That's on you, bro. Are you stupid?
He should have got out of bounds. I agree.
He was out of bounds. That was the worst part. His leg was out of bounds when he did it.
Oh.
He just his foot went out of bounds when he... Come on, man. Come on, man. Sucks that he's out for the year, but what an idiot. What a dumb move that was. Terrible. I got the Chargers, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're both taking the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Breezes.
I got Breezes.
I picked him as well, taking on the Giants
Mm-hmm.
because I don't believe in the
The
Giants.
Giants suck.
But that's the 4 o'clock run. I mean, that's bad.
I'm telling you, bro, 2K, I'm going to sleep. I might take a nap.
Seattle, Arizona, Cleveland, Oakland, San Francisco, Chargers, New Orleans, and the Giants.
I'm literally going to have red zone on. Only for
I think
Drew
Tony
Brees.
Romo is announcing the New Orleans Giants one.
What did Tony Romo do to deserve that?
So they gave Jim Nantz and Tony Romo the Buffalo and Minnesota one,
I
which
saw
thought
that
was
and I was
funny.
like, why?
And then it ended up being the funniest game of the week, so
Right.
I'm sure they were glad they were there.
Right. I was like, I literally was like, what?
How mad do you think they were when Jim Nantz was told that they have to...
I was mad for Romo. I was like, why did they play this man right
But I'm saying, like, the number one crew, you got to cover Buffalo, who just got smoked in their first 2 games. They were probably like, what? We both took New Orleans.
Yeah.
Does Odell get a touchdown catch?
No.
Even against New Orleans defense.
No.
Bad defense.
No.
Baltimore taking on Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh.
It might be a decent game.
I think it's going to be a good game. It's a Sunday night game.
Compared to the 4 o'clock ones,
I think it's
mean,
going to be a good
shit.
game. It's a rivalry game.
I'm trying to look. That might be the highlight of the day.
Yeah, I think that is actually the best game of the week.
Yeah, I mean the rest of
Minnesota
Sundays.
Rams would be good on Thursday,
Right.
but that's it.
the rest of Sunday's kind of yeah.
I took Baltimore, but it's only because I don't trust Pittsburgh's defense. Their offense can move the football, but They didn't run the ball well against Tampa. Baltimore's front seven's pretty good. I just, again, I don't trust Pittsburgh's defense. And they were 30-10 at halftime, and they've only won 30-27. I think if you get in that situation with Baltimore already has 2 games where they had shootouts, and they won them both. So I'm taking Baltimore. I do think Pittsburgh with Roethlisberger, you're always going to have your opportunity. If he plays as well as he did the other night, it's almost hard. It's almost impossible to stop them like he was in the first half. But at the same time, they still almost lost the game, and he looked that good. That's why I'm comfortable with picking Baltimore.
This should be a tight, low-scoring game like it always is, regardless of how bad defenses play.
Yeah.
But I still edge with Pittsburgh in this.
They're neck and neck. I understand, yeah.
Just because.
The Monday night game is Kansas City going to Denver. Patrick Mahomes 4-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I have thought about giving it to Denver, just in Denver, but...
I'm excited to see Patrick Mahomes versus Von Miller. I think that's going to be a really good, fun matchup, but I got Kansas City. I think their offense can, again, outscore with anybody. Until they prove otherwise, I'm going to have to go with them, especially against a team like Denver.
Right. There's no reason to go against it.
Dwight, college football.
Mm-hmm.
Notre Dame has a big game this weekend. They play Stanford. That's a top 10 matchup. 2 teams in the top 10. Penn State has a big game this weekend in a top 10 matchup between 2 teams, them and Ohio State. I told you college football will be ramping up as of coming this weekend. You have 2 huge games Saturday night. A couple of good ones throughout the day as well. So excited for that. Excited for Sunday. Doesn't look super great, but there's always some fun games there. But more excited.
There'll be some stories, but it's not looking good on paper.
It'll be my first Sunday watching football with my son, so that'll be the best part about it.
Yeah, it'll be fantastic.
So we'll figure out JD Sports next week. We'll let everyone know.
Peace out. Can't wait.
Hashtag